Hello, I am Will Vargas, a volunteer for Coast Pride, and we are here today with Christopher Childers. Hi, Christopher. Thank you
Hi.
very much for joining us. We are at the Coast Pride Center in Half Moon Bay, and Christopher has a strong relationship with this particular panel of AIDS Memorial Quilt, and I will let him share that with you all. We have several questions that have been submitted through a Google questionnaire, and the first question is, what is the meaning of the design of the quilt made by your family in honor of your brother?
Well, he was an incredible artist all around. He loved nature, he loved the mountains and the ocean. And in his performance career, he loved working for the San Francisco Opera Ballet. He was a ballet dancer. He loved opera. So there's pieces of his life and things that he loved in each section. One of the painful to look at but beautiful pieces, that's his ballet slipper from the San Francisco Opera Ballet. And it's signed by the dancers in that, and I think some of the Alonzo King Lines Dance Company, because they were friends, signed that as well. Above that, the curtain where it's pulled up, that's a piece of a costume that Peter actually wore in one of the operas. And then above that, he was a huge fan of Wagner's The Ring cycle, which was like all Vikings with horns and hats and stuff. So that's kind of represents that. And then the operas that you see on each side were the ones that he actually performed in. In the very center is a tarot card, which he was a total tarot nut. He loved doing tarot card readings. So it's a little bit of everything in there.
Great, great. Second question is, describe what it was like within your community of friends and neighbors.
It was really, if I can be honest, really scary and super dark. It was really a frightening time. Nobody really knew, especially in the beginning, what was killing people or how this was happening. It just seemed to like pop up and infect everybody. Oh, I got flushed about that. It was intense. It was very, very scary, unfortunately. There was a lot of fear.
Right, so there was like a discrimination you kind of felt against
Without
you?
question.
Yeah.
I think for a lot of people, I think, many gay men that were out, it was a different story for the ones that weren't out. I think it might have been, I don't want to say it was harder. I just think everybody had a different set of cards in their, that they had dealt, and it was crazy.
Yeah.
It was really dark and hard. It was horrible.
Yeah. Let's see, how did your brother's death from AIDS affect your family?
Oh boy. Well, it kind of just came down like, I don't know, like an axe that just hit like a tree and split it apart. Like we were all working at the time. I had just moved to LA. It was 1988, and I had done the Oscars, this big show. I was doing very well in my career. My other sister was in Las Vegas. She was opening a show. My other sister was here in the Bay Area. My brother was in Florida. So we were all kind of working and spread out, and it really hit my mom the hardest. So I think we were just really super stressed about making her feel good and trying to be here as much as possible. I was in LA, my sister was in Vegas when we actually got the call that he passed. And yeah, it was really difficult after, I think we all just had our own feeling about it, but we really wanted to take care of our mom.
Right.
Because she was just super sad.
Right.
It was a lot.
Right. What is one of your sweetest memories of you and your loved one?
With Peter, God, there's a lot. He was a really good brother when he wasn't beating me or sitting on me. You know how older brothers do. No, seriously, he was amazing, and we did tons of stuff together. We were always hiking and doing things outdoors. But I think when he first got his apartment in San Francisco, I just thought it was the coolest thing ever. And my mom would let me stay over with him, and he would cook burgers. He had this really cool rooftop deck with a view, and he'd flip burgers up there, and we'd look out at San Francisco, and it was amazing. It was really fun.
Great.
He was a sweetheart.
What do you miss the most about your brother?
Just having somebody that sort of understood me and that I could talk to, and we could talk about anything. I mean, anything from personal to crazy to anything. And I lost that person in my life that I could share my secrets with and could talk to. And he was just a really great guy and good at giving me advice. So sometimes I'm a little lost and I just wish he was here. But I believe he still is here.
Right, of course.
And helps
Yeah.
me figure things out. So
Yeah. What do you feel about your brother's panel being, you know, with all these other panels of different people?
you know, I think of how young they were. I mean, it's horrible. My brother was 33, and I just, you know, so many young people were taken in their 20s and 30s, and yeah, it's just a stark reminder of how awful it was that they died so young.